Hello, everyone. Yeah, well, the glare is kind of crazy. So, I want to start off by saying I do not want to be here, okay? But I have to be here to soothe my soul. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. But I want to talk about what's happened over the past couple days. So, I bought that one storage unit that had the 43 bags of clothing. And the name brands were like Old Navy, Gap, Aeropostale, Abercrombie, Ralph Lauren, a lot of kids' clothes, all name brand, Carter's, I forget, Baby Gap. There was actually some like high-end baby clothes in there too. Some stuff was brand new with tags, $30-$40 price tags on these shirts and jeans and stuff like that. Hardly any Walmart. Everything's like mid-level good clothes. I took him out to Ramona on Saturday, and it was not a good day. It was very dreary. Believe it or not, the place was kind of empty. Most of the dealers didn't show up. So I'm gonna count it to just being a bad day in general. Also, that afternoon there were tornado warnings all across Jacksonville. It wasn't that bad during the day, but at night it got really, really bad. But I went out there, set up. Had close to 500 pieces of clothing, and I put them all on the table, $2 each or 3 for $5. So the lot rent was $30. So when I take the $30 out of how much money I made $13, guys. All day at the flea market I made $13 minus the lot rent. So yeah, that was a failed experiment big time. The guy next to me, he was selling clothing at $1 a piece, which didn't help me. But then the guy on the other side of me was selling clothing for $10 a piece. So I'm like, it was $1, $2 or 3 for $5, and then $10 a piece, or 3 for $20. So, but the guy who was selling it for $1, he was only selling baby clothes. And I did mark my baby clothes down to $1 once I realized what he was doing. But yeah, he had them hung up and everything else. And I noticed a lot more people was willing to go through hangers than what I did. Is I just stacked up like, okay, here's 3 stacks of jeans. Here's the men's tops. Here's the women's tops. Here's the dresses. Here's the jackets. You know, and I just kind of put them laying in a pile on the table. And that may have been a bad way to try to display it. So there's a lot of things that I would just out there. I had this envision, which has happened to me before, where you just set out a pile of clothes and they just go through it like crazy, and they're filling up trash bags full of clothes and all this kind of stuff. So you know, it's delusions of grandeur, I guess. But the idea has never went into my mind that I was going to make $13 all day long. So complete bust. But you know, it's and that's not typical for Ramona either. I think that's the worst day I've ever had at Ramona. Usually I do $200-$300, which I was expecting to make at least 2. But yeah, that hurt my heart a little bit. And then yesterday, pretty much cleaning out the truck, still going through all the clothes. Went through 2 more bags of clothing, and just out of everything I took out 9 bags of the 43 bags of clothing. That's all I took out there. So I'm gonna this week here. I'm gonna be working on basically just making like piles of clothes that are all the same size, and just bulking them all together and say, okay, $10-$20 on Facebook or whatever. So,
what's up, dude?
and then yeah, the thing about me not being here right now is I'm actually at a storage auction, knowing I don't need more stuff, but because I bought one for my mom, she gave me some money for me to buy one here if I find one, but I'm really hoping I don't. But this is the place where I got the one that had the glass table, well, the one where I bought her a locker again, but that wasn't a present. That was one that I bought because she couldn't make it to the auction. And with everything going on, she didn't want to come to this auction. She's already full up from the last one. So, but yeah, I'm here because I have to be here just in case there's something here. But I really don't want to be here. I don't need more stuff. Good news is I might, maybe, I ran into someone, and they may be calling me this afternoon for a part-time job, which I can definitely use some help. I don't know monetarily if it's going to work, or, you know, if it's, because of course they want to make as much money as they can. I want to pay as little as I can. But I have some little tricks in my head saying, okay, and they're very interested on my lifestyle as far as how I make money. They've always thought about it. I was like, well, here's your chance to, earn as you learn. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is say, okay, I'll pay you this much cash, or I'll give you this much store credit per hour. Your choice on how you want to apply it. So that way, if they see something they want to buy and make money on, then they can do that. So, but we'll see what happens. They're going to call me at 3 o'clock. I don't know if they're going to come over and actually talk or not, or if I know they work hard. I've seen them work before. So just going to kind of see what happens, and I've hired people before and it went horribly wrong, in let's see, 20 years, almost 20 years of hiring people. I've had 3 that lasted more than 6 months. So, anyways, yeah, it's getting about that time. People starting to pull in. It's probably not going to start for another 30-45 minutes, and people are talking in my ear and it's distracting. So, peace, love, money. I'm out.